Welcome back, my gene-enhanced brethren, to another Space Marine video. Today, we're going to be looking at Loyalist Space Marine chapters who potentially have traitor gene seed. So these are people who are loyal to the Imperium, but it is rumoured that they may have gene seed belonging to legions who fell towards chaos, who chose the side of Horus. So let's jump in and let's get talking. So first on the list is the Minotaur Chapter, the lapdogs of the High Lords of Terror, the official bootlicker chapter. Yes, they are indeed Iron Warriors. Now, what we've had recently is Games Workshop come out and say, hey, you can play these Minotaur Chapter as Imperial Fists. That's why a lot of people are thinking, hey, they come from the Imperial Fist gene line, but you are 110% wrong, because they are 100% Iron Warriors. How do we know this? Because the chap who made the Minotaur Chapter, Edwin Brown, stated over on Facebook a long time ago that this chapter was always intended to come from the Iron Warrior gene stock. There's an image in the background now with Edwin talking about the Iron Warriors and the Minotaurs. Pause it, read it all you want. So for me, they are 100% Iron Warriors. But that's probably why they're just so awful. They're just so awful, and every chapter hates them. It must be like something, the gene seed, that makes you just an absolute awful person. Now, next up on the list is a fan favorite. I'm sure you, or most of your friends, actually got into Warhammer 40,000 because of this chapter. It is none other than the glorious Blood Ravens. It is I, Gabriel Angelos. Yes, they are a chapter that have been rumoured to be descended from a traitor gene seed now for a long time, and that traitor gene seed is none other than the Thousand Sons. Now, we don't have any text that officially states that they are descended from the Thousand Sons, but we have been following the evidence for some time. One thing is that the chapter has a very high rate of psychers within it, just like the Thousand Son Legion. Secondly, there was a bit of lore way back during the Horus Heresy when Prospero was being attacked by the Space Wolves, and there was a sorcerer, if I'm not mistaken, that when he was dying, he saw a rebirth with a raven flying off into like blood or something like that. So a lot of people like connected like blood ravens, the raven, that kind of thing. Again, I think that one's a little bit out there, so I don't really believe that one. Another thing for me is basically the colour of their Space Marine armor. The Thousand Sons are in red, and these chaps are in red as well. I know that could be off. So what, Valrak? They share the same color, but I don't know. For me, I think they definitely are descended from the Thousand Sons. I'll always see them as descendants from the Thousand Sons, and you'll never take that away from me. Next up on the list is the Carcharodons, aka the Space Sharks, one of the most badass, most brutal chapters that the Imperium has fighting in its corner. Now, the reason the Space Sharks, aka the Carcharodons, are considered to be traitors is really down to a complexion, because they have like that fair skin, they have like the black eyes. But I think the more cooler thing about the Carcharodons is whom they're connected to. Now, it is rumored that they do descend from the Night Lords. There's also a lot of evidence stating that, you know, these were the Terran-founded Raven Guard who went to the Outer Reaches, and they founded the Carcharodons, and their descendants from them, yada. But the argument where a lot of people are at the moment, and myself included, is that they actually have two gene seeds within their chapter. They have the Night Lord gene seed, which is very cool. You know, Night Lord, sneaky, very brutal, very vicious, ripping things apart. Makes sense for the Carcharodons. And also, they do have that Night Lord gene seed a part of them as well. So not just one gene seed they have two gene seeds, one traitor, one loyalist. And I absolutely love the idea of that, because you have like this internal kind of struggle then within the chapter. Like, some of them do descend from Loyalists, and then some of them do descend from traitors. Maybe the brutal side is that of the traitor stuff, and like the more Loyalist side is that of of course, the Loyalist gene seed. Again, I don't really know. None of us know. I don't think we will ever know, but I think what that theory of them having the Night Lords and the Raven Guard gene seed in their chapter is probably one of the coolest chapter traits of any chapter. I absolutely love that. Moving on to the next chapter, and guess what? We're back at Iron Warriors again. But this time, it's not the Minotaurs. It's someone far worse than the Minotaurs. Yes, it is possible to find a chapter much, much worse than the Minotaurs. And it's the Marines Malevolent. Now, again, a lot of people have come to the conclusion that these chaps are descended from the Iron Warriors because of their brutal, their absolutely just no regard for civilians, their way of warfare type of tactics. They're very, very stubborn. Everyone bloody hates them. Even their armor kind of reminds us of Iron Warriors. So this is why a lot of people have come to the conclusion that they are indeed descendant from the Iron Warriors. Again, we have no evidence at all which states that they do come from this gene seed, but it's just down to we, the player base, making these decisions. And I think it's a pretty good decision to incorporate the Marines Malevolent with the Iron Warrior gene seed. Now, talking of Iron Warriors, Mother of the Emperor, there are so many Iron Warriors on this list. We're moving on to the next chapter, which is the Silver Skulls. Now, I, for one, actually don't believe the Silver Skulls are that of traitor stock. Now, a lot of people think they're traitor stock because of, one, the chapter symbol, which is that mask, and that mask, if you don't know, is basically Dantiok's mask. For those of you who don't know who Dantiok is, he was a Loyalist Iron Warrior who fought against the traitors. Absolutely badass, amazing. You gotta hear me say something now that I've never uttered once in my life. He was an absolute cool Iron Warrior character. So yes, he chose to be with the Loyalists, and a lot of people said, oh, he must have founded, you know, that chapter after the heresy ended. But spoiler alert, well, it's not spoiler alert because Pharos is like 5 years old now. He died in the book Pharos, along with his Loyalist Iron Warrior company, if I'm not mistaken. So I can't really see how they would have gone on and founded the Silver Skull chapter. Maybe the Silver Skulls were founded in the honor of Dantiok, but that being coming from Traitor Gene Seed, I can't see that being the possible way of things went. The next chapter we have is the Red Scorpions. Now, these chaps have a very pure gene seed. Some would say a little bit too pure of a gene seed, just like the Emperor's children, because that is where they're rumored to come from. They even won't allow, like, the Mechanicus or the people who run the gene seed stocks to test their gene seed. They're that protected over it. So something is definitely not right when it comes to the Red Scorpions. They know that they harbor a dark secret, and they don't want anyone else to know that secret, in my personal opinion. Now, talking of Fulgrim's boys, this next chapter is probably not going to be a surprise to you at all. This is Sons of the Phoenix. Now, officially, these chaps are down as Rogel Dawn's gene stock. And I will have to tell you right now, as a glorious son of Rogel Dawn, there is no way in my living bloody mind that these chaps are descended from my great father's gene seed. Not one bit. Just look at them. Just look at it. Sons of the Phoenix. What happens when you die as a Phoenix? You're reborn. The Phoenician was Fulgrim's name. Whoever made this chapter is definitely having a giggle to themselves, because they know that they are putting all this bloody debate into chat right now of where the Sons of Phoenix come from. Putting them down as Imperial Fist? No, mate, no. Just look at them. You know, they've got like the pink in there for the Emperor's children, the Phoenix symbols. There's no way that these chaps come from the Sons of Dawn. They are definitely Emperor's children gene seed, because we all know that Belisarius Cawl said to Guilliman, why aren't we using the gene seed of the traitor legions. Gilliman was like, no, it's corrupted, it's bad, we can't do that. And Belisarius Cawl was like, what are you on about? The gene seed's not corrupted. It was the Primarchs themselves who were corrupted that caused this. The gene seed is good. It's good gene seed. And Gilliman said to himself privately, if Belisarius Cawl started to make chapters with the traitor gene seed, he couldn't stop it. He simply couldn't stop it. So I think this is the first of many Primaris-based chapters that do have traitor gene seed within their chapter. Anyway, Chaperonios, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this video. If you've got any recommendations of Loyalist chapters using traitor gene seeds, post it down below. Did I miss any? Am I wrong with any of I've listed here? Yeah, post it down below and we can have a nice little chat as we always do. See you now. Have a great day and bye-bye.